So in summary, for the Sony BURANO, kind of on my checklist, it checks a lot of the boxes and it fits into my ecosystem really well. I recently sold my red Monstro, and that puts me in the market for a new cinema camera. I'm a DP that works primarily in the commercial space, and so I've narrowed it down to 4 different bodies that I think might work for me. I wanted to make a video of a behind the scenes look of kind of my thought process and what I'm thinking through and weighing the pros and cons of these different systems. Now, this one makes the list because it checks a lot of the boxes. It doesn't check all of them, but it checks most of them. It's got a very familiar color science, and it's a color science that's widely accepted in the industry. Everybody's shooting on the Venice 2, and this is basically the baby brother to that. So I think it'd be really good for commercial work, doc work, and in fact, I've used it on quite a few projects. It's got internal RAW recording, and the RAW recording is really good. The other thing that I really like about this camera is that Sony supports their systems for a long time. When they release a body, they're seeming to stick with them for a long time. The FX3 is still getting good updates. The FX6 is still getting good updates. The BURANO, it's only a year old, so I feel like it's a safe time to get into that system. And then one more thing that's very good about this camera system is that it's trusted in the industry. So if you show up with this, it's automatically trusted. You don't have to convince a production company to bite on it or try to use it. Everybody understands Sony color science to a degree. And then lastly, I don't rent a lot, but there is a rentability aspect to this. Because so many people are shooting on the Sony systems, this would be a great B camera for a Venice on a film or a TV show, or maybe an A camera on some other shows. So I like that. So to the downsides of the BURANO. The BURANO does have quite a slow sensor readout, especially if you're doing it at 8.6K. Whenever you fully rig this camera out with media and everything, you are gonna top out that, that target budget of 30K. So once you add your cage and your media and batteries, etc., you're gonna hit that 30K pretty quick because the camera itself is like 25 right now. The only thing that holds me back is that it has no open gate, which I think would be fun, especially whenever we're doing a bunch of these vertical and horizontal deliverables, and then the rolling shutter. So in summary, for the Sony BURANO, kind of on my checklist, it checks a lot of the boxes and it fits into my ecosystem really well. It doesn't have open gate, and it's got a slower sensor readout speed than I would like to have in general, but overall, it's a good option.